No nonsense gin drinking. All gin and a surprising amount of nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman. Today, my friends, I am most excited because we have a gin on the show which I have featured previously before, two previous versions of it before, and both of them have been absolutely kind of just astronomical, kind of blow me away in terms of quality and originality, because they've just, I'll introduce you to it and then I'll tell you a bit more about it later. This, my friends, is James Gin London Drizzle. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, what on earth could that possibly be? Well, first of all, this is obviously James May's gin, okay, which is actually ironic because we featured Jeremy Clarkson's gin last week on the show. We've now got his colleague James May, and as I said before, his first one, the original one, Asian Parsnip, was just mind-blowingly brilliant. I think he got like number 2 or number 3 on my top 10 gins of the year. This one, and then we featured the mustard, American mustard, which was just kind of probably the most original gin I think I've ever tasted. It was like sort of taking a big bite of a nice sort of mustardy, ketchupy hot dog or burger or something, but mixed with gin. Now this one, you think to yourself, Drizzle. What the hell could that possibly be? Well, I did wonder as well. I thought it might have been something like lemon drizzle, but I thought, well, this packaging, that can't be lemon drizzle. So what it is? Well, let me tell you about it first. I shall read it forth from the website, and you will then understand. Since most gins are designated London Dry, and London generally isn't, James came up with the idea of making one that evoked the smell of rain on a hot pavement, specifically in Regent's Park. That distinctive scent that hangs in the air just as the first drops of rain hit the ground on a summer day is called, what's this word? Petrichor. Petrichor? Petrichor? I'm not sure, but it's something along the lines. Just Google it. One of the key components of petrichor is also present in beetroot, so we've combined that with lovage, bay, orange, and ginger to create a gin designed to instantly invoke the majesty of our sceptred isle. So then, not satisfied with making probably the most original gin ever with his American mustard, this is kind of off the scale original. If you don't know what the smell he's talking about, you must have smelt it on a summer's day when the rain kind of hits the floor and it's not rained for a while, it's a bit warm, and you get that kind of, I mean, I can't even describe the smell. It's a kind of earthy, I suppose, a little bit, but I mean, they've tried to recreate that. So I'm absolutely, you know, these videos are a bit frivolous and I sort of make a few jokes and sort of generally act a bit stupid, but I'm genuinely really fascinated with this one. So I say we fanny around no longer, get the top off and find out what it's all about. And of course, as with all James May's gin, it does have a cork, so we know what that means. It's the cork test.
The cork test!
So here we go. Do we have a squeak? Ooh, one squeak, and then that was it. It was just a sort of a little premature squeak, but nothing more. Never mind, it's better than nothing. Here we go for the full pull. It is a bit chilly in the studio today, so I have to get a bit of purchase by breathing on my hand. Here we go. Oh, Christ, it's a tough one. Hang on. Oh my God, absolute sort of furious cork test. Full pull cork test. What? A furious full pull of the cork test. But obviously, it doesn't matter anyway, because we all know it's just a bit of fun. So then, now this is going to be really telling. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the aroma almost slightly more than the taste, because that's what it's, you know, it's basically based on an aroma. By the way, excellent bottle here with that sort of bit that comes out the top, which I call a flange, but I'm not really sure what it's called, but it makes for excellent, accurate pouring. So then, let's give this a go. Is this going to be like on a hot day when the rain comes down, you smell that smell? So here we go. Here goes nothing. Do you know what? It does. It does have that, but it's slightly sweet as well. Because I have to be honest, that smell that he's talking about, it's nice, but I wouldn't have ever thought, I'd like to taste that. So what this is doing is kind of combining that with, oh, yeah, it's definitely there, but there's, as I say, a kind of a nice sweet, but not sweety sweet, almost kind of an earthy sweetness to it. It's fascinating, absolutely. I don't know what I would, oh my God, yeah, it's definitely that. I don't know what I would think if I didn't know. Would I have guessed that smell? Probably not. But anyway, that's the smell. I think it's succeeded in its aim there. I literally don't know. This could go either way, to be honest. But let's get it in the mouth The mouse? The mouth, I beg your pardon. Don't be putting any mice, please. Don't feed Jim for mice. I don't know if they, well, I don't know if they like it. I don't know. But either way, it's probably cruel and someone will probably sue me. So let's get a bit of tonic in there, shall we? How much have I put in there? I reckon about that much. Now, it's only 40% ABV, which, funnily enough, is about the same as Jeremy Clarkson's gin, which we did last week. I don't know if they've colluded together there. Where are my other James gins? They're in the house because I actually drink them too often. I can't remember what they were. Anyway, thank you at this point, as I always say, to my patrons and my YouTube members who are literally buying the gin. They bought this gin. You bought that. You patrons and members, you bought that gin there. So thank you very much. Couldn't do the show without you. This is James Gin London Drizzle. I say to every last one of you, cheers. Oh, okay. Look, I usually kind of go a bit more sort of vocal on that bit when I've tried the gin when I like it, but that it was so different and unique and kind of strange to me. I just had to sort of had a little moment of silence there to myself while I kind of processed that unfamiliar bunch of flavours and all sort that were going on in my mouth. But I tell you what, now I have processed it. I'm kind of lost for words. Look, first of all, it's good. It's really, really good. But I'm kind of lost for, maybe I haven't processed it as much as perhaps I thought I had. So on the first kind of sip, it's kind of, you're getting that, first you're getting that waft of that scent, which I can think, it's kind of, when you put the tonic with it, it actually takes away that slight sweet edge and you just get that kind of, it's very, very accurate, that smell to the rain on the floor smell in the summer. It's incredible. My God. They really did it. But as it passes your lips, for a split second, you just get beautiful kind of nice subtle notes of citrus, a nice sort of citrusy gin. But then as soon as they go, it's kind of a second wave of kind of sort of a nice but light earthiness. But as I say, a kind of a sweet earthiness to it. It's really difficult to kind of pinpoint. I thought it might have been a savoury gin, a bit like his American mustard one, but I think it's got 1 foot in citrusy, 1 foot in savoury. I made up a word. Savoury. It's really, it's an absolute. It's really got me. I'm not often lost for words on this show, but I'm kind of struggling here. It's a kind of a pleasant, wafty earthiness mixed with a tingle of sweet and just a kind of dusting of citrus as well. And there's so much. It's weird, but it's good. Okay, you know, I like weirdness anyway. I think in most situations, weird is good, and this is no exception. And it's also got what I really, really like is a tiny bit of salinity. I think that's the right word for describing something that's slightly salty. It's slightly, just a hint of salt in there, and I love a bit of salt. I don't worry about people telling me I have a heart attack. I don't care about that heart attack nonsense. Just give me some bloody salt on my steak, and in this case, in my gin. In fact, you're probably thinking to yourself, I have no clue what he's talking about, and I can't even begin to discern what this gin might taste like. But I'm afraid that's kind of the deal with this one. It's so weird and so wonderful. I don't think anyone could truly express it through words. But I tell you what. All I know is I'm really, really enjoying it. However, will I enjoy it neat? I'm not sure, to be honest. I've got a feeling this is really going to be brought out by the tonic. All those flavours are going to be locked with the tonic. Let's try it anyway. Oh my God, it's very beetrooty. It's very beetrooty when you smell it there. Sorry, I didn't actually try it that time. Oh, wow. Getting a lot more juniper now. Juniper's quite heavy as well, and that beetroot really shines through. That's definitely a beet and a root, which is, well, that's beetroot. Do I enjoy it? I think I do in a kind of a curious way, and it's definitely very, very different to with the tonic. But however, as I always say, it's definitely, I think, try it both ways. Try it both ways, see what you think, because it's very, very different. Personally, I'm going to err on the side of the tonic, as I always do. But even if you don't like neat gin, give that a go, because it's really kind of out there. However, my friends, it's a celebrity produced gin, so what is this going to cost you? Are you going to be ripped off? Wow, I don't think you're going to be ripped off, but it is a little bit pricey. It's actually, funny enough, again, exactly the same price as Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat Gin, which we had on the show last week, £39 Now, would I say it's a mainstream gin? I don't think so. So in which case, it needs to be between £30 and £40. This is just teetering under the threshold there. So as I say, I don't mind paying a little bit more as long as I'm getting something a little bit out of the ordinary, and that is most definitely, oh God, so much out of the ordinary, they can't even say the word. It's most definitely out of the ordinary. Couldn't be anywhere near the ordinary. The ordinary is just a dot on the horizon for this gin. It's yeah, it's something else. So guys, to sum up, I don't even know what to say. I've been doing this show for about, what, 3 or 4 years now, and I've tasted many gins, but by God, by Jove, by Jingo, as my dad used to say. I'm not sure. Jove is a god, God is a god. Jingo, I'm not sure is a god, but that's what he said anyway. But my point is, this is something completely out of the ordinary. And the risk is when you do something out of the ordinary, that it just becomes bizarre and kind of irrelevant. But you can obviously tell that James May is, you know, he's a gin enthusiast, he's a gin man, he loves gin, so he's kept it rooted in the ginness, for want of a slightly better phrase. He clearly, it's weird, it's wonderful, it is off the scale, like way different to anything you could possibly have. So I would say to you, if you're a gin enthusiast and you think this is for the gin lover who has got everything in terms of gin, who has had every gin, tried every gin, got every gin, is getting a bit bored. If you want something that's going to take you away into a completely different area, a different way of enjoying gin, this, my friends, that's a bit late actually, usually happens earlier in the video, but we'll take it now anyway, I don't know. In fact, it actually ruined my crescendo. I'm a bit annoyed with that actually, I'm going to chuck it over there, bloody thing. But my point is, this is the most weird and wonderful gin you'll ever have, and you will enjoy gin in a completely different way. So seriously, I implore, I don't employ any of you, well not yet anyway. I implore you, every single one of you, every gin lover who watches this, for the love of God, try this, because it will take you to another level. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I've absolutely loved doing this. This is probably my favorite video I've done in absolutely ages. So if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, press the like button on the video, head over to the Patreon page if you want to support the show, or click the join button below this video to become a YouTube member. But until next time guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and members, and of course, keep drinking the gin.